And I'm excited to invite up to the Startup Health studio, Sarah Iranpour, the founder and CEO of PerSoN Clinic. So come on up, Sarah. Great to meet you, Sarah.
Very nice meeting you.
Here's your microphone. And tell me what PerSoN Clinic is all about.
So we want to support most vulnerable patient populations suffering from chronic condition with most meaningful care to extend their quality of life through the process. So that is the whole ultimate goal from PerSoN Clinic. We basically, what we observed was that right now the industry has a good repository of genomic data, clinical data, and all the research, all the personalized medicine is around the knowledge that they have on those repository, on those data. What we're missing is integrating patient voice, patient quality of life data, patients' reported outcome data. This is missing. And if you are talking about personalized medicine and supporting patients with chronic condition, we need to integrate those data into our treatment design, basically.
What got you into this industry? Do you have a personal interest in this?
Oh yes, I lost my father to cancer. I lost many friends to cancer. I have colleagues who diagnosed with prostate cancer, and I'm witnessing how he goes through the treatment, painful treatment. In US, a cancer patient in average spend about $125,000. They go through the emotionally, physically painful process, and financially painful process, but they don't really know what they get in the end. It's very unknown what would be the result. So what we're trying to do is to provide, and cancer is actually a chronic disease right now. So we started with a focus on the cancer patients because my personal experience and my passion to help these cancer populations. But then when we share our knowledge with, a couple years ago actually, we share our observations, our passions, our interests with NIH. And I told them we can help these people, these patients, we can fill the gap, the communication gap between patients, providers, and researchers, and provide effective care, virtual care. They like the idea. So among the cancer patients, smoking addictions and depression is highly prevalent. And industry overlooked these co-occurring conditions. Patients with cancer patient with depression spend more than twice for their treatment, and smoking addiction spend add about $3.2 billion to cancer treatment. So what we did, we created a holistic virtual care that enables provider provide meaningful, holistic continuum of care to the patients. At the same time, they can collect patient-reported outcome. They can collect patient quality of life data, which help researchers improve their treatment design for specific patients. So if you're talking about cancer patients, and if you're talking about providing personalized treatment for them, integrating patient voice is very important, and that's what we are aiming to. I hope that I create a clear image for you.
You're clearly very passionate about it.
I am.
It's clearly very personal for you.
Yes.
What should we be looking for from PerSoN Clinic in 2020? What are you most excited about?
So because social health in most of the European country is, they're following the social health. In 2019, we launched the product in 2018. And then from the beginning, we knew that piloting product is very important. And because of that structure in Europe, I put my focus in Europe to run a first pilot there. We won a gold medal in Denmark. Then we won a prestigious reward from Austria, which
Was this when you won the 2019 Innovator of the Year award?
that was personal. So
Okay,
no, that
you
was
won that.
from, yes, we won.
Well, congratulations for that.
Thank you very much. They recognized, and I'm very humbled to receive that award, especially from in a state of Maryland, which is populated with a novel scientist.
Yeah.
But the fact that recognize our approach and they recognize PerSoN Clinic, I was very happy because I felt, okay, we are successful to pass the message about the patients and what the patient needs.
That industry validation, I mean, that validation is always, it's so important. Just to understand
Very much.
people are resonating with what I'm saying. Even if you know it's right, people start to understand it, and it's really important.
What we're trying to do in US, because it's very patient-centric approach, it's very difficult. So I was explaining that how we focus on Europe to run a pilot there first.
Yeah.
And I spent 2 months in Vienna, October, November last year. It's a great city, and it was a good opportunity for us to learn about Germany health system and all the German speaking. So we have opportunity to run a couple pilot there. At the same time, we started a pilot within a mental health system practices, small mental health practices in US. So in 2020, we looking forward for those efforts to flourish to more extended pilot in different clinical setting. And
how do you feel like having that global perspective changes how you develop PerSoN Clinic? Does it give you an advantage? Does it give you
absolutely an advantage. As I said, we are very patient-centric. Since I started, I traveled to Taiwan, Europe, Middle East, learning about the different health system, how they approach to chronic care, how they provide chronic care.
Tell me something you learned during that process, like that you,
So,
maybe surprised you.
Very much. When I went to Taiwan last year, I learned that smoking cessation rate in Taiwan, following the exact methodology that we are trying to implement in US, produce 33% success rate. Today in US, 100 quit line, which is a prevalent, most popular system, produce something around 1 to 3% success rate.
Wow.
So you can see the gap. So going there, seeing what we're trying to digitalize, the methodology, the approach that we're trying to digitalize and make it very cost effective for provider to provide that system in Taiwan has such a success rate. It's a validation. It's validation for us as an entrepreneur, which we take so much risk. I spent the last 4 years on this. We are a bootstrap company. Yes, of course, the initial funding, very small funding, we got from NIH. The smoking cessation that we created, it was in collaboration with the scientists in NIH. But then we moved forward and created a very comprehensive platform, including depression management and a system that is super cost effective for provider and for researcher to deliver a holistic continuum of care while they collecting a meaningful data that really help what works and what doesn't work.
Very nice.
So that is the main goal.
Here you are at the Startup Health Festival. Why is it important to be a part of events like this or communities like this?
I get a lot of energy, so it's very powerful to come and see all the other health transformers. They go through the same painful path, but in the end, there is a success story that energizes us. It's very powerful.
Awesome, awesome. Well, so glad to meet you.
Same here.
Hear what you're doing at the PerSoN Clinic. I wish you a incredible 2020. Thanks for coming by the Startup Health studio.
Thank you very much.
And have a great day.